Hello everybody, it's Brian Silvery 2001 doing another unboxing video. Well, this is an unboxing and a story that I have concerning this game I got last night. And a story of years ago that I've been telling on the internet. So, yesterday, as you can see, I went to GameStop. And what was it? The game that came out is Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy, and it also came with, which I won't open because it's potentially a collector's item, an Aku keychain. So he looks cool. So, and also I got the DLC from GameStop. So, yeah. I won't be showing you the code on the receipt. So, here's the game. It's done, published by Activision. Includes 3 of the Crash games from the PlayStation era. There is no PlayStation era. Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2, The Wrath of Cortex, and Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. And the memory I have of Crash is concerning Crash Bandicoot 2. So first, here's the unboxing. Here it is. And here's the side, here, where you open it, and Crash is back and insanely better. 3 full games, 100 plus levels, and 2 playable characters. Experience intense platforming, epic challenges and adventures, stunning new animations and graphics. The original 3 games fully remastered. Crash Bandicoot, it's Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, and Crash Bandicoot Warped. 1 player, DualShock 4, remote play, 30 gigs minimum, and PS4 Pro Enhance. It was done by Vigorous Visions and published by Activision. And uses Bink Video and Havoc. And comes on Blu-ray, obviously. So, let me open it. I'll guarantee the memory of it is quite funny. And it's something that I look back on fondly a lot. Because it was, when I think back then, I was kind of dumb. And when I think back, everyone was telling me that if it wasn't a competition. But it was, I was giving me credit. Okay, so, please no. Yeah, unfortunately, the disc came out. Here's a game. Rated E10 and up. So, here's the memory of it. As I've said before in videos, my first console was a Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And in that game system, I got a Donkey Kong Country in it. And ultimately, I thought it was a competition for us, the consumer. So we were supposed to support only one console, and that's it. So everyone was telling me it wasn't like that, but I didn't believe it. And I didn't want to be a traitor to Nintendo, the big N. So ultimately, I never got a Genesis, a Sega Saturn, a Sega CD, or PlayStation. But there was one person I knew who did. Or either he did or his godparents' son did. You see, I used to have this old best friend named Daniel Rogers. And he was a year older than me. And his mom, Janice, had to go into nursing home because of her bad health. And even though he had a godfather, Steve, he went to his sister's godmother. I forget her name. I think it was Gloria. I think. And Daniel, if you ever see this video, you can comment on it. I don't mind. I hold no ill upset. I don't hold any resentment over you. You were right about me. So I'm putting it out that I hold no resentment towards you. You were right, I was wrong, and you know what I'm talking about. So, if you want, just comment if you see this. So, one of the times I visited them to visit Daniel, him and Gloria's son asked me, Brian, have you heard of the PlayStation? I said, looked at them, and especially Daniel, looked like, Daniel, you know I'm a Nintendo fanboy. Of course I wouldn't have. So he said, I know, maybe you knew someone. So they sold me it. I said, huh. And ultimately, they asked, do you want to try it? I said, yeah. To size up the competition. And the game they let me try was Crash Bandicoot 2. And ultimately, I was looking all over the consoles, looking for where you put the game. And they looked at me and said, what are you doing? I said, looking for where the cartridge goes. Is this... I asked, well, is it this where you put the cartridge in? Where the memory card is. And they said, no, Brian, that's the memory card slot. Well, I said, then where do the games go? Surely... They must use cards. Daniel said, the PlayStation uses CDs, Brian. That's the new thing. It's been that way since the Sega CD add-on. I said, oh. So, they gave me the controller. And I said, this looks like the Super NES controller. In fact, it's like a modern version of it. Daniel said, well, that's a hint of its past. Do you remember the Super Nintendo having that port on the bottom of it? I said, the one that was never used for anything? Yeah, I wondered. I've been wondering what it was going to be used for. Then Daniel said, you know, there's a Sony sound chip. I said, really? Why? And he said, explained that, well, basically, it's a hint of what was coming. Like the Sega Genesis with the Sega CD, the Super Nintendo was gonna have a CD add-on. And it was gonna be a collab with Nintendo and Sony. Sony was gonna make it, but ultimately it went nowhere because Nintendo wanted to control everything, including the copyright protection. I said, typical. So ultimately, the person who created this system told his bosses, who obviously were mad, obviously said that we can still make a system, and they ultimately did, and that's how the PlayStation came to be. I said, I was in shock when finding that out, that we were gonna have an add-on on the Super NES, but it went nowhere. And ultimately, I didn't know about the bad 3DO games. So, I tried it, and it reminded me of one game me and my mom were playing at the same time. It reminded me of Donald Duck going crackers on the Nintendo, sorry, on the Nintendo 64. In fact, a lot of the levels were like that. And a chase level, and a going up level, which is just point A to point B, and a side-scrolling levels, and your typical boss at the final part of the world. And I said, this is like Donald Duck going crackers. He said, yeah, that's why I chose it. Because I knew you were playing it, and this is basically the same kind of game. So, that's why I chose it. No, there's a little bit of learning curve for you. I said, thank you. So, ultimately, I played it, and I did a good job, if I remember correctly, and I had fun. So, later Daniel asked, why don't I ask my mom to get a PlayStation? I said, because I'm a Nintendo fan, Daniel. I would be a traitor if I got a new system that wasn't Nintendo. And Daniel said, it's not a competition, Brian. They expect us to buy other game systems. There might be games on those systems that we might like. I said, but how are they getting the money? They said they would still get it from us. It's not a competition, Brian. And I said, I think it is. This game is good. I like it, but until I learn from them that it's not, I will still think it's a competition. I'm sorry, Daniel. So ultimately, it will be in the next generation when I basically got a PlayStation 2, which is backwards compatible to PlayStation, and I was able to play those old games, which was fun, along with PlayStation 2 games. So, that's good, and now I have a PlayStation 3 and 4, and Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and among other systems. So, that's good. I came a long way now. So, I hope everyone is having fun with this game. Hopefully, if this sells well, we can get more Crash games, and he'll be a regular. And I know about the cutscenes. I think those were cute. And with Jim Cummings doing the theme, it was so funny. So, and I know Crash appeared in Skylanders, and in both the game and cartoon. And here's my opinion on the cartoon appearance. I don't mind it. I've heard him on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure if he was that popular as Mario, and they sell it more of the games. I'm pretty sure they would have had pretty much a reboot of it, and Crash would have probably been more mature. So I think that would have been him if they done it. And I don't mind it. We would still have the old games to think back. So, yeah, I don't mind it. I know people lots of people don't like it, the way they did it, but yeah. So, rate, like, comment, and subscribe, and hope you have a nice day. Bye.